All right, so the Vikings just chose JJ McCarthy, and my question is to the Minnesota Vikings: why the hell would you trade? You didn't have to move a spot. Did you think that the Jets were going to get JJ McCarthy, or did you feel like any other team was going to be good enough for you to trade up? I mean, maybe I'm crazy, but the Vikings, for the most part, they wanted to take a quarterback. I don't know if they value Drake May and Jaden Daniels as better prospects, and they tried to trade up, but this is JJ McCarthy. This is their guy. We'll see what happens. Very similar to Michael Penix Jr., it's either going to be a big boom or it's going to be a big bust. You know, JJ McCarthy, for the most part, I like his ability to throw in structure. He's shown signs that he can throw even when structure decides to kind of break down and he needs to really use his legs to either extend it or to kind of use his throw on the run. He's shown the ability to kind of make these type of throws. But JJ McCarthy, I think his deep ball is a little questionable. I do like his pocket presence. I think he's a little bit more elusive in the pocket than what people kind of give him credit for. He's more athletic than what people give him credit for. I don't think he has the strongest arm. I don't think he's the most precise. You know, JJ McCarthy, and again, his frame is very similar. He's actually a little bit more similar to Jaden Daniels than I would say more than a Drake May or when people were comparing him to Josh Allen or Zach Will or like any of these other big name type of quarterbacks. In my personal opinion, this is kind of Zach Wilson. And Zach Wilson, I will say this, I will still say that Zach Wilson is a hell of a talent. If you put Zach Wilson in the best possible situation, if you put him on let's say, the San Francisco 49ers, I think Zach Wilson can be successful. Do I think he's Brock Purdy in terms of really his ability to really grasp the offense fast? Probably not. But you're talking about Zach Wilson's ability, you know, with his arm talent and with his mobility. I think Zach Wilson could definitely improvise what Kyle Shanahan has doing in that offense, and I think he could have been very successful. Maybe for different reasons, but I think could have been successful. You know, you see people comparing him already to C.J. Stroud. That's ridiculous, right? C.J. Stroud was a much better quarterback prospect coming out of college, and especially for how he was being valued and graded compared to J.J. McCarthy. There's not even a debate about this shit. So the Vikings decided to trade their 4th and their 6th round pick to get JJ McCarthy. We'll see what happens. The Jets clearly didn't mind doing it because they don't mind getting more draft capital. We'll see what the Jets can do. But the Vikings decided to get JJ McCarthy. Here's the crazy part about this. I think JJ McCarthy, there's a chance he might be the best quarterback here simply because of the situation that he's going to be in, right? Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, and then Justin Jefferson. The question is now is he going to start? Because Sam Darnold is there, and obviously he's there on a 1-year contract. But Sam Darnold is clearly the bridge quarterback for J.J. McCarthy. And honestly, I don't think they're going to rush J.J. McCarthy. I think if it needs to be, Sam Darnold will just be the guy. And honestly, I think Sam Darnold is a better quarterback prospect now than J.J. McCarthy is, right? And then J.J. McCarthy is. And again, J.J. McCarthy can develop, and we'll see what he can do. But we'll see what the Vikings. This is kind of one of those things where you knew the Vikings were going to get a quarterback. I don't know if they tried to trade with Arizona. I don't know if they tried to trade up high to get one of those top 3 guys. But JJ was not only was he not JJ was the 5th guy. And maybe this was their plan all along to go ahead and say, you know what, we'll decide to we'll decide to kind of, you know, do our thing when needed to be. But hey, it is what it is. They didn't have to spend any extra 1st round picks. They didn't have to waste the 2 that they have now. They got J.J. McCarthy in the future, and we'll see what they do 23rd, or if they want to decide to trade him to get somebody better in terms of positional value. But J.J. might be the person that he might not even start this year, but obviously is somebody that they want to build for the future.